This Saturday, September 4th, 2021, Conor Benn is going to face his stiffest challenge yet as he takes on Adrian Granados. This is a true step-up fight for Conor, and we're going to talk about it right now.
So that'll give him a bit of energy. Yeah. Oh! That's good night! It's all over!
In a showdown that can pay huge dividends for both men in different ways, this Saturday's fight between Conor Benn and Adrian Granados, a once postponed match. It was supposed to take place in July, but we're still getting the fight, and that's what matters. This fight can tell exactly where these men are going in their careers. This is the type of match that Conor needs because he has defeated an assortment of fighters from the UK that saw him breezing through. But I have detected something about Benn, that he does have his dad's DNA as far as being a high elite level caliber fighter, but it has to be brought out of him. And now that he's beginning to face the fighters that can challenge him and provide tests, we're going to see exactly what's taking place with his career. Granados is just the fighter to provide that type of test, and even he is coming back to try to right some wrongs that he has seen recently in his career. These men both have a lot at stake, and it's going to be an interesting fight because I believe their styles mesh very, very well. As for Benn, the son of the Dart Destroyer, Nigel Benn, Conor is entering this bout with a record of 18-0 with 12 KOs. Coming off of his most recent victory over Samuel Vargas in March of 2021, Conor is looking to step it up. There are a lot of people from the UK who feels like he's not very much. He's pretty much going to be that home-based fighter that if he gets on the world stage, he may flounder. I don't feel the same about that, but we'll discuss it. Prior to Vargas, he had defeated Sebastian Formella, and in that fight he had a unanimous decision. And in that fight, Conor found out going the distance and what it means is integral to your growth. And I do believe now that he's coming across the seas to American shores to face quality opposition will help him even more. You have to respect a young fighter that sets that for himself. El Tigre, on the other hand, Granados, is now 32 years old compared to Conor being 24. So he has to get a move on it if he wants to have something happen positively going forward in his career. A native of the Chicagoland area, Berwyn to be exact, I remember watching Granados in the amateurs. The Golden Gloves tournaments are about town. He's always been a blood and guts type fighter and always has had a competitive spirit in nature. He has fought a a very high caliber assortment of opponents, going all the way back to fighters like Adrian Broner, where he lost a split decision back in 2017, February to be exact. And then following that up with Sean Porter, where he fought Sean later that year in November and lost a unanimous 12-round decision. The thing about losing fights like that with high caliber opponents, it gives you a type of experience that you could not gain just by beating guys who are supposed to fall down when they face you. That's where Conor is trying to improve. Being 24 years old, he knows that he has time, but it's great to see he trying to step it up at the present moment. Standing 5'8", Benn possesses the type of style that is crowd pleasing. He's a boxer, puncher, fighter. He likes to go in and do damage with every blow that he throws. He can box a little bit, but he has an aggressive nature, just like his dad. Taking the nickname The Destroyer, he comes in and that's exactly what he likes to try to do to his opponents. He is a fighter that is fearless. He's also very intelligent. I've heard him in interviews speak on breaking fights down, and he's definitely a new generation type fighter, but I don't think he's fluff. I think Benn wants to be better than people perceive him, just being the son of a former world champion. Granados is definitely the type of opponent that is going to bring the best out of him, because if he is fluff, Granados will test that intestinal metal of Benn's. I see this fight being the type of war that will have someone decide that they don't want to go further. It could be either man. Granados is no chump. When he lost to Danny Garcia, the fight that saw him take in that match was he tried to pressure Garcia. He didn't try to box. He tried to go in, and Garcia's strength prevailed. I had remarked during that time, when Garcia rehydrated after the weigh-in, he looked like he was 2 weight classes larger than Granados. He suffered a 7th round KO loss in 2019 to Danny Garcia, but he came right back against Robert Easter, and he lost a unanimous decision to Robert Easter, who was a great boxer in their matchup. But Granados is the type of fighter, he will put you in a bad position. It was the Granados fight against Easter that foretold Easter was going to have problems when he decided to step up and try to fight someone else in the welterweight division. But since his loss to Easter, he's come back and had a win against Arturo Herrera Carrero, and against Jose Luis Sanchez, he had a majority decision. Granados is looking to step it up. He wants to become a world champion, and it can happen in this era of multi-titles. But what's even more important is the man fights who's available. And a lot of times people pick him to be an opponent, but he has a great deal more to offer. His experience, both from the amateurs and now the pros, can lead him straight to a title, but it has to be guided carefully. This fight against Benn is his opportunity to step it up. With this being a WBA Continental World title, it's an opportunity for Granados to say, hey, look at this young man that I defeated. But will Benn be able to step it up? Will he be able to show that on the world stage that he is ready for that level of competition? Beating Samuel Vargas was one thing, but beating Adrian Granados would be another. It would behoove him to utilize the experiences he's had recently, being able to mix his style up and not go in there trying to trade blow for blow with Adrian Granados. Use angles, use your jab, use combinations, punch with authority, and work the body. Do not stand and trade with this man. He has greater experience. But Benn is a crowd-pleasing fighter. He may get drawn into this, and being a young guy, thinks that he may be younger and stronger. But an experienced fighter, fighting toe-to-toe in the trenches, knows how to pick it up, lay it down. He knows how to feint like he's in a bad way and come back and prevail. Benn doesn't have one-punch knockout power, but he has pop, and he needs to put his punches together. This might be the fight of the night, as it is on the undercard for the Josh Warrington-Mauricio Lara 2 rematch, where Lara defeated Warrington in their first go-round. I would really like to see the best happen for Benn. I kind of back the kid a little bit. I like what he brings, and he's not trying to be his dad, but he has a lot of fire like his dad. It's funny how that works. Sometimes things can be misinterpreted, but Stormy B-Man has always been pretty good at looking at things and making an evaluation properly. I hope that I'm not wrong about Benn. I would like to see him amongst this new wave of welterweights that are on the come up. He has a lot to offer, and if he can do something exciting on the U.S. side of the world, he can become a global star. This is the type of fight he needs right now, and this is the type of fight Granados needs right now to prove that he still has something, if he still wants to be a champion. This is Stormy B-Man. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing Community, and Liberated Perspective, the third eye view of the world. My thoughts on this fight are Conor will prevail, but it's going to be his toughest test yet. Leave comments. Let me know what you think about this fight. I foresee Granados still having another chance after this because he will perform excellently in this fight. Both men are hungry. Both men are matched up well. This is the type of boxing match that boxing fans can really enjoy, and I hope that everyone does, and I hope these guys put on a great show. Until the next time we speak, peace to everyone that's out there. Please, everyone, remain safe, take care of your families, and until the next time, we'll see you soon.